New Jersey has a new governor. Phil Murphy was inaugurated on Tuesday as New Jersey's 56th governor. We're standing at MetLife Stadium as the celebration continues, as Democrats from all over the state come in to celebrate what was a huge victory for the incoming governor. The question is, what does it mean to you? He's got an ambitious political agenda, and he talked about a lot of national issues during his inaugural speech, which leads some speculation that he may be considering a run in 2020. But the fact is, legalized pot, raised minimum wage, and higher taxes, all of that was on the table during the campaign. We've got full Team Chaser coverage, but I want to start with Ashley Johnson. Ashley, what do you got for us?
Phil Murphy was sworn in as New Jersey's 56th governor Tuesday inside the Patriots Theater at the Trenton War Memorial. Hundreds gathered to witness, as the hashtag stated, a new day, New Jersey.
Congratulations. Thank you, Steve.
It's a huge victory for Democrats at the national level. Sheila Oliver is the first woman of color to serve as lieutenant governor.
To the people of New Jersey, I pledge to serve you with honesty in my words and transparency in my actions.
Murphy made history as the first to take his oath on the same Bible as President John F. Kennedy took his oath 57 years ago, borrowed from the John F. Kennedy Presidential Library and Museum.
I, Philip Dunton Murphy,
elected governor of the state of New Jersey,
elected governor of the state of New Jersey,
do solemnly promise and swear
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
and the Constitution of the state of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the state of New Jersey.
Murphy thanked Governor Chris Christie for his service, crediting his work ending the opioid epidemic. He spent a good part of his speech denouncing President Donald Trump.
It is leadership that has made our country a place where immigrants still come in hope of a better future, and that includes from Haiti and from the continent of Africa.
Murphy laid out his vision for a stronger and fairer New Jersey, touching on many of his campaign promises: property tax relief, enforcing a millionaire's tax, legalizing recreational marijuana, and raising the minimum wage.
A bill to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour. You might as well stay up. A bill to promote equal pay for women.
Murphy's first official action of governor will stop managers in state government from asking job applicants about their previous salary. Meanwhile, Governor Chris Christie has said in his final days of office he won't be thinking about his next career move until January 17th. Christie has said he plans on making sure Murphy's transition is a smooth one. In Trenton, I'm Ashley Johnson, reporting for Chasing News.
Thank you, Ashley. All right, I want to bring in our own Mark Bonamo, who was at the inaugural speech today and hobnobbing with, well, some of the movers and shakers in New Jersey. What do you got, Mark?
Not only were there movers and shakers here today in Trenton for the inaugural of Democratic Governor Phil Murphy, but also Democratic heavyweights from around the nation.
I thought his speech was great. I mean, he talked about the fact that there's so much more that unites us than divides us. He talked about the fact that we're all Americans, that we're all in this together.
We have great expectations for Governor Murphy and the Democratic legislature.
When I got off the train today in Trenton, coming in from Newark, at the train station directly was former Virginia Governor McAuliffe and former Maryland Governor Martin O'Malley, former presidential candidate as well. Terry McAuliffe, of course, close to the Clinton family and at one time head of the Democratic National Committee. All here to see Phil Murphy have his moment of glory.
What was the mood like today? You hear about some of what was in the speech, a lot of national themes, poking fun at President Trump a little bit over the Haiti thing, talking about DACA, talking about offshore drilling, not so much about affordability, et cetera. Did this come off as almost an event for a guy that may be launching a campaign for president?
I think the focus was still primarily on how to fix New Jersey, which obviously has some deep structural problems right now before there can be any attempt to try to fix the country. But at the same time, with the constant ghost of Donald Trump pervading all politics, whether it's state, local, or national, yes, in many ways, the fact that he spoke about the Kennedys often, Phil Murphy starts to make you think of himself as a national candidate, although he is primarily focused on New Jersey now.
Okay, well, New Jersey certainly needs fixing. The national scene, I think we're doing okay right now. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it. Let's bring in our A-plus panel to break this down. New governor, new day. Phil Aloshy is here. He is the chief of staff in Essex County. Phil, always good to see you. Jeanette Hoffman, Republican strategist. Always good to have you here.
Thanks, Bill.
And our Democratic strategist, Bill Caruso.
Hey, Bill.
Phil, I'm going to start with you. I hear the speech that the governor talked about. He talked about DACA. He poked fun at the president over Haiti. No mention, however, of education funding. No mention of pensions. No mention of New Jersey Transit. Is he focused on 2020 instead of doing the job as governor?
He talked about his budget speech that he's going to be giving in a few short weeks, where I'm sure he'll detail all those specifics. But I think he gave the speech that people want to hear in this crazy environment in Washington and with this nut Donald Trump as president. I think our citizens want to be calm, relaxed, and make smart decisions.
The one word missing from this speech, I thought, was affordability. You know, Governor Murphy talked about how he wants to make New Jersey a place where millennials can live and seniors can retire. But how can they do that if they can't afford to live here, because Bill Murphy keeps raising taxes to pay for all these promises?
Bill, is Murphy desperate for the national stage? I mean, he's a guy that is so unknown that most voters, the only thing they can tell you about him is, yeah, isn't he the guy that wants to legalize pot?
No, not in the least bit. I don't think anything today was about the national stage. I think it was setting a tone for where he's going to be, and I said he set a very optimistic tone. This was the inaugural speech. If he was going to dive in the weeds like he is going to do, Phil, in his budget speech, we would have been there for 6 hours. So I applaud the fact that the governor was brief in his remarks. He set a very hopeful tone, very general hopeful tone, and it is absolutely in complete contrast to what we're seeing out of the president.
Don't let him
Why
fool
is he
you.
contrasting with the president, though? He's the governor.
Exactly, because he's testing the waters for 2020, as all new Democratic governors are going to do, as the governor across the river is doing as well. And it was ironic to me, and listen, I wish the governor well on his inauguration day, I really do, but it was ironic how he said he was going to work with Republicans, but then went to attack a Republican president and Republican Congress. So,
Phil, what about the inclusiveness that Bill talked about? I mean, you're talking about, what, 20,000 DACA recipients in New Jersey? So what about the other 8,980,000 people that live in New Jersey that can't afford to live here?
The governor today spoke about how people who are thinking about leaving New Jersey, people should move to New Jersey, because at the end of his term, they're going to be very happy with the decision he made. He's going to be a great governor for all 9 million residents,
that's great,
including
but how
the 20,000
are they going to
DACA.
afford to move here?
They're going to have to get rid of the Trump tax bill. I'll tell you that much. You should talk to the president.
You know what? The governor has it solved. He said this while he was campaigning. He said, look, it's simple. Just make more money. Got to leave it there.